Coco, don't hit me. Put that down. Stop. Can you just stop? Oh my gosh, come here, right now. No, it's okay, honey. Don't cry. Coco, damn it, put that down. Get that out your mouth right now. Girl.
Welcome to the Mom and Autism Podcast. I'm your host, Gianni. I'm starting this podcast to open up to you guys about my experience as an autistic child's mother. Like many other women on earth, I always wanted to be a mom. After experiencing 2 miscarriages, I began to think that motherhood just wasn't for me, so I began to let go of that dream. My husband, being the man that he is, left me his sperm in a fertility clinic a few years back. He did this without me even knowing, and he did this a week before he went to serve a 7-year sentence in the Department of Corrections. Yes, that is correct. My husband is currently in prison. After my first failed attempt of IUI, I was completely heartbroken, and I said I would never do it again. Well, I must have had way too much fun on my 25th birthday, because somehow I let my husband talk me into doing one more time. I got pregnant in October of 2020, and I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl in July of 2021. Now, this really had to be a setup by my husband because I certainly didn't do the math, but I ended up giving birth 2 days before my birthday. Yeah. How about that? So, I really feel like I was tricked, but that's a different story for a different day. I had a very, very traumatic childbirth experience with my daughter. She was stuck, and with only 2 minutes left to save her life, a nurse got on top of me and pulled my daughter out of my vagina by her neck. She was blue and not breathing. I asked them, "Where is my baby and why don't I hear her crying?" All while I'm panicking and they're trying to get me to deliver the placenta. I was ready to pass out, but I couldn't because I needed to hear my baby girl. And after a few minutes passed, I finally heard her cries. Fast forward 3 years later, here I am, the mother of an autistic toddler. I cannot begin to explain how life took me into a direction that I didn't even know existed. Life is hard. Life is complicated, emotional, joyful, ups, downs, and everything in between. Parenting autism will definitely humble you, but it can also break you down if you let it. It will frustrate the heck out of you, and it will also change you. To tell you the truth, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I don't even know who I am anymore. Parenting autistic children affects the relationships you have with family, friends, and even your marriage. It's going to test you on so many different levels. It is so important to take care of yourself, but we all know that's easier said than done, right? Because we're too busy taking care of the kids, our spouse, or our job. But it's so important not to let it drive you crazy. All the therapies and doctor's appointments, the meltdowns, the 50 million tantrums a day, the picky eater syndrome, you falling and tripping over lines of toys you can't even figure out when, where, or why you bought these toys, the sleepless nights where you want to cry yourself to sleep but you can't because as soon as you close your eyes, who's going to watch the kid? Or how about the bite marks? Oh my God, the bite marks and the bruises that make you look like a West Side drug addict. Or when you're driving and all of a sudden a tablet hits you in the back of your head hard as hell. Yeah, believe me, I know all about that. And I'm only at the beginning of this. To the parents who have older children with autism or multiple children with autism, I salute you dearly. This podcast is a safe haven for me and parents alike. For parents of children who have had autism diagnosis for years to the ones at the very beginning. For the parents who may be seeing signs and symptoms and don't know where to start. For the parents who need someone to relate to. This podcast is also for the parents of regular kids and for the parents who just have badass kids. I am inviting you to subscribe and tune in to new episodes every Thursday as I talk to you about my journey through mom and autism. And before I go, if nobody told you today, I just want to let all my autism mamas know, keep going, babe. I promise you're doing a good job.
For sponsorships, promotions, or collaborations, please email